Welcome into Game Night Live Rewind's Mental Performance of the Week, brought to you by the Riley Jensen Mental Performance Group. And just a reminder, if you have any need for mental performance, check out the experts at Riley Jensen Mental Performance Group, whether it's in the boardroom, in the classroom, at home, whatever you might need. No one's going to get your mind more mentally prepared for that next obstacle than the Riley Jensen Mental Performance Group. To schedule time with Riley Jensen, visit rjpg.net. Well, we are at Ridgeline High School to commemorate this week's Mental Performer of the Week, and it's none other than Kaden Cox, the senior quarterback for the Ridgeline Riverhawks, off to their best start in school history as they came off an impressive win over Skyview this last week. But that was not just any win for Ridgeline. It was the first ever win over Skyview. Had a chance to ask Kaden what that meant to him in this senior class. Here with Kaden Cox, and Kaden, quarterback of the Ridgeline Riverhawks, and has the Riverhawks off to the best start of the year, 6-0 out of the gate. Tell us, Kaden, what it's been like this year for this squad.
Yeah, I mean, we've practiced hard all year. We've had some injuries throughout the year, but we've come together as a team, really worked hard every practice, every rep, and it's came through to the games, and it's actually shown. I mean, we can run the ball really efficiently and also throw the ball, but it's been a super fun year and looking forward to the rest of the season.
Now, last year in the playoffs, you guys went up against Skyview, but you got hurt in that ball game. What was it like getting back out on the field this year and able to go up against the Bobcats and finally get that first win against Skyview in program history?
Yeah, I've been looking forward for that game ever since that happened last year. We knew we could beat them this year. I mean, we should have beat them last year if nothing COVID happened, but it is what it was. But this year was super fun. We knew we could beat them if we just stuck to our game plan and we executed all our stuff really well. So it was a good win last week.
Talk about coming into that game. You talk about should have beat them last year. Obviously fell short of the injury and COVID happening in that playoff matchup. What was the mindset going into that, and how did you prepare yourself for what is kind of a revenge game? I mean, the game that ended your year last year. How did you prepare yourself for that one?
We just prepared like it was every other game. I mean, we knew it was a big game coming into it. I mean, they haven't lost a region game in actually 5 years, so this was their first region loss. But they're a really good team. They have been a great program the last few years. But if we just knew if we execute our game plan, we could do our stuff, and we executed our game plan very well, and it paid off.
Talk about this team this year. Obviously undefeated, you guys off to a great start, but so many options for you. You got a great tailback. You've got wide receiver. Strat Simmons has had a good year for you guys. Talk about what this group has been like.
This group has been very special. Our senior class has been playing together ever since we were very young. So we've grown up knowing each other, playing football with each other for our whole lives. But yeah, I think no one really gives credit to the O-line. So we can't really run or pass without our O-line. And our O-line this year has been something special. But yeah, I think I give all the credit to the O-line for what we've been able to do on offense this year.
Plenty of time to still make memories. But when you think back on your high school career, what has been that moment for you so far that you'll look back on and remember?
I'd probably say the Skyview game last year in the semis, because it taught me a lot. It taught us as a team a lot, but you have to have everyone, no matter how old or how young you are, to always be ready. You never know when your moment can happen. But yeah, I think that taught us a lot last year, which made us very close this year. So,
Kaden, great to meet you, man. Congratulations on a great year.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
It was a 35-10 victory for Ridgeline over Skyview this last week. Kaden Cox accounted for all 5 touchdowns in that contest, threw for 17 of 23 in the air, 233 yards and 3 passing touchdowns. Also had 6 carries, 34 yards with 2 rushing touchdowns to lead the way for Ridgeline. Should add Noah White had a fantastic game on the ground, 27 carries, 133 yards, and that receiving core, boy, whether it's Booth or Simmons, Olsen, there are all sorts of options for Kaden Cox. But, man, to come back off of that injury last year and go up against the team that hurt him end of the year last year, there's no one more deserving of our Mental Performer of the Week than Kaden Cox of the Ridgeline Riverhawks.